Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Dinka Jester RR, retailing for a price of $1 million or $1.4 million or there and thereabouts, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it is a sports car. Okay, well, this is the quick review, ladies and gentlemen. We do a full review and a standard review, but this is the quick review, so the vehicle has already been fully upgraded, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on a standard lap. Acceleration up that hill, not too bad. Handling, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, coming around there, holding the corner very nicely, even on wet streets, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, top speed as we're coming around the back here, as you can see, it is appreciable, ladies and gentlemen. There's certainly no question about that. And we're going to check out the handling on this hard right corner. Okay, and we are, even on wet streets, ladies and gentlemen, getting around there, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so we'll have another look at the acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, flying off down here, and it does seem quite good, yes, and top end speed, as I say, certainly is appreciable, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we really are rocketing, aren't we? Okay, we're going to check this hard left one more time. Rocket, damn it, Raccoon ran me in the back there, sodding Raccoon. Well, he seemed to make it around, no problem whatsoever, didn't he, using me as a buffer? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, never mind. What can we say? Acceleration, good top end speed, good handling, and is very good, ladies and gentlemen. Traction, very iffy, ladies and gentlemen. It will slide away on you if you don't break in those corners correctly. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Raccoon. We're going to take it on up to Sandy Shores now. Just to point out, these vehicles do have a lowered stance and a default stance, ladies and gentlemen. We've got two Dinka Jester RRs. One is red, ladies and gentlemen, in the lowered stance. The white with the Dinka Jester RR that I am driving is in the default stance. Now, normally, ladies and gentlemen, part of the course is that the lowered stance means the vehicle will go quicker, although have sort of diminished handling capabilities. On this occasion, ladies and gentlemen, it does turn out that the Dinka Jester seems to, on the default, seems to be faster anyway, ladies and gentlemen. It's got better handling, so it's better across the board, and therefore all of the tests we'll be performing, ladies and gentlemen, will be in the default stance. Let's get going, shall we? Okay, so the very first car we're bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dinka Jester Classic, you know, the old version of the RR, and we're going to put it up and see how it handles. Now, you would perhaps expect the more modern version, ladies and gentlemen, to get a lead there, but it does in fact turn out that the old Dinka Jester Classic, ladies and gentlemen, has got better acceleration. Okay, as it turns out, when it comes to handling, ladies and gentlemen, the new RR has got it, and the old Classic, ladies and gentlemen, now sat behind us. So it is just going to be a fight down the back and to see who's got more power under the hood there, ladies and gentlemen. And it does turn out, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can see, yes, it is the RR. So the RR takes down the Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the next vehicle we're bringing out is the Karen Sultan Classic, or excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, the Karen Sultan RS Classic. This is a vehicle that was released relatively recently. As you can see, it has got absolutely phenomenal top acceleration there, ladies and gentlemen. The acceleration is sent up to the top of the truck before we've even got there, but it has got awful handling, and so much like the Dinka Jester Classic, ladies and gentlemen, in the corner we can get some ground back, but it has got, as I say, a fantastic top speed. It's got a lot of power under the hood, so it is sort of lurching away there, but the fight's not over, ladies and gentlemen, by any stretch of the imagination. We are going to try to claw it back, and we just sneak it across the line. That was very close, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so the next vehicle now, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Vista Comet S2. Now, this was a vehicle that was released relatively recently, don't you know, and we found it to underperform around the track, quite frankly. Okay, either way, ladies and gentlemen, it is sat in front of the Jester RR there, all the way up the front straight. We get to the corner, ladies and gentlemen, and it is fighting for it down the back there, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Jester RR has got significantly more power under the hood there, and that's going to carry it on across the line a little bit quicker. So there we go, the Comet loses to the Jester RR. Or the Comet S2, I should say. Okay, so now at Mr. Raccoon's insistence, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing out the Ocelot Lynx. This is a woeful disappointment of a car. If you have not purchased it, I would not advise it. It's $1.75 million, $1.75 million, ladies and gentlemen. As far as we can work out, it pretty much loses to everything you put it up against, you know. So we sent it on to the track to see if the Dinka Jester could best it, and yes, it certainly can. So, okay, just another failure for the Ocelot Lynx, I'm afraid, but it does go to show how good the Jester RR is. Okay, so the next vehicle we're bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, for those for the uninitiated, shall we say, is the Benefactor Serrano, retailing for a price of $110,000 only, ladies and gentlemen. And you may well be thinking, well, Mr. Pugdog, what on God's earth have you got on board such a trifling, piffling trifle of a car out for? I'd wait until the end of the race before you make your judgments, ladies and gentlemen. The simple truth of the matter is, if you're not aware of the Benefactor Serrano, then you certainly are now. Okay, so now we go, ladies and gentlemen. Serrano is phenomenally good for the money. Another car that is phenomenally good for the money, ladies and gentlemen, is Big Daddy Z. This is the Pegassi Zentorno, $725,000. It's a supercar, ladies and gentlemen, and the simple truth is, you're not going to get a better supercar for the money on the game, okay? It's not top tier anymore, not by any stretch of the imagination, but for under the million mark, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to thrash the pants off pretty much everything you put it up against, and that includes the $1 million or the $1.4 million Dinka Jester RR. Okay, so we're bringing on to the final masquerade now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Garotti Italy RSX, what we uphold on this channel to be the finest car on GTA Online for the time being. It is, of course, going to absolutely annihilate the Dinka Jester RR, so I shall take this opportunity to point out that all of the other vehicles are being driven by Mr. Raccoon. His name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should be able to find one. That's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, so it should come as no surprise, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the Garotti Italy RSX, absolutely monsters, the Dinka Jester RR, and there we go. So what do we say, ladies and gentlemen? Is the Dinka Jester worth it? Well, you know, at $1.4 million, I'd say probably not, but for $1 million, yes, it certainly is. Mr. Raccoon says it's worth it either way, you know. I'm not entirely convinced, so I start to call him names, and he starts to shoot at me, but he's not going to hit me because he's a wretched shot, and I'm going to hit him for starting bloody Raccoon. Right, well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.